If you are associated with an uploaded Flare project in Central, you can open the Builds window of the Projects page. And if you have the Run and Schedule Builds permission, you can generate output for that project in Central. You have the option to build targets manually, or you can schedule targets to be generated automatically. Whichever method you choose, you first need to navigate to the target on the left side of the page and select it. If you want to generate the target right away, click this button. A row is added to the page, showing the progress of the target as it's generated, so it functions much like the Builds window pane in Flare. If the target generates successfully, the color of the progress column changes from light to dark green. There are additional buttons and options on this page that you might use. Those in the left pane are related to the target that is selected. This button lets you view the latest build, and you can click here to see a menu with more target options. The options just above the grid are related to the builds. You can click this button to control which columns are shown in the build grid. If you want to use any of the other buttons, you must first select one or more builds in the grid by clicking the checkboxes. You can hover over any of the buttons for tooltips to see what each button does. You might be wondering why there are two buttons for deleting. This button will delete any builds that you've selected in the grid, but if you want to delete builds for other targets, even though those targets are not selected, you can use this button at the top of the interface. If you click this button, it will delete all builds throughout your project, as long as those builds are not set to live or keep. You'll probably want to delete builds from time to time to clear out all of the output files that you don't intend on keeping. This will free up space on your server and make your parents proud of you. If you want to create a schedule in order to automatically generate the target later, click here in the Targets pane, and from the menu, click Schedule Build. Complete the fields so that Central knows when the target should be generated. When you select the time field, you'll see a pop-up with a clock. The hour field will automatically be selected, so just click a number on the clock to set it. After you do that, the minute field will automatically be selected. Again, click a number on the clock to set the minutes. Then select either AM or PM and click OK. From this field, you can choose your time zone. Then just select the days of the week when you want the target to build. You can select this checkbox if you want the target to be generated, even if there have not been any changes to the source files since the previous build. By default, this option will be disabled so that you are not producing identical builds that will take up space on the server. After you click Save, you'll see a little schedule icon next to the target. Central will generate the target automatically each week on the days you selected. This will continue week after week until you remove the schedule. If you need to remove a schedule, select the target, then open the Schedule Build dialog again and click Remove Schedule. One thing you should keep in mind is that there are a handful of Flare features that are not supported when you build targets from Central. See this topic in the online help for more information about that.